I need to open this box.
You can't do that over there?
No! And I'm gonna do an unboxing of it, show you guys what is inside the guts of this box, and then test it out. But first I need my collar of courage.
That's weird.
I need something to open this box with. Can't. Thank you.
Knife?
Yeah.
I don't even know where the hell that one came from.
You have so many.
I have too many.
Alright, here we go. Thank you for choosing Huion. Thank you for choosing me. No, it's so cute.
Oh, that is cute.
The goal is for you to be 100% happy with your new Huion product. If you need any assistance, please don't hesitate to contact us, and we shall be glad to help you in every way possible. Oh, it's so sweet. We'll keep that. Alright, so here's the tablet. Never seen something like this before. Like, with this design. I've only ever used Wacom before, so, you know. It's got express keys. I will have fun with those. It looks like it comes with its own smudge guard.
Oh.
That's really cool.
And also stylish in like a really weird way.
Yeah, no, that's like the one that Ross gave me. This is still like just small enough. I don't know what this is though. What are you?
Oh, is it like a little bag for it?
Little bag
Oh, yep, a drawstring.
to protect it. Does it fit? It looks small. Oh no, it does. It's just gonna vor it.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Nice little booklet. Create more. Create different. That's me. Pin nib clip, pin nib holder, placement nibs, sweet cable, Rooney. Oh look, there's the things! So here's the pin. It's down here. Look at that. It's got, is that a cap? It does, it has a little cap.
Oh, that'll
Yeah,
protect the
Portable
little
as
nib.
hell. I like its nib.
I've never seen one with a cap before. Not that
Mm.
I really go out and look at these very often, but
This is the holder. So I guess it goes.
that works.
And then these are the replacement nibs. Probably.
I'll give you a whole family of them.
Oh, I did. Made a flower. And then we have the cables. Different kind. This is a cable, and then there's a data cable. What's the other cable? Is that to charge it? Does it have to get charged? Yeah, pin charging cable. Okay, yeah. The pin needs to be recharged. Is that it? No CD? Alright, so apparently this tablet doesn't actually come with a CD. Instead, you just go ahead and plug it on the computer and access the folder you extract from a RAR file in the SD card inside the tablet. Yeah, it's got a micro SD and just fucking install it from there. We are beyond CDs now. We are in that part of the future now. It's pretty weird, but it's also very convenient. It's different. A good different. Create more. Create different. That is the Huion way. So the program I'll be using for the demonstration for this tablet is Paint Tool Site 2, or the technical preview of it. It's still in the works. I've been using this for maybe a year almost now. I absolutely love it. I'd love to do a video in the future that shows differences between it and the first one, and why it's awesome, and tips and tricks and all that. Before I get to drawing, I just kind of want to set up my express keys here to kind of test them out and see how well they work. That's important. And now now that that's done, it's on to the drawing demonstration. I'll mostly be playing music over the process, but every now and then I'll kind of duck in to give my thoughts on the tablet's performance, before summarizing the experience at the end. So here we go, enjoy! So right off the bat, I couldn't help but notice how floaty the pin was. It was very floaty, very glidey, very smooth, almost too smooth. In one way it's pretty nice, but it's not something I was used to. This tablet is definitely very different. And something else I kind of noticed just as quickly would be how much more forceful you had to be with pressing down when it came to clicking on anything or selecting anything. Over the years, I've kind of learned to be more gentle with my usage of pins, whether they be digital or traditional. So more than often, I had to kind of hulk out a little bit when it came to selecting any other tools or using the pin as a mouse, which I tend to do because I'm so used to doing that. But really, that ain't bad. It's just something you have to get used to, which I did. You get used to it. that's what you do. You adjust. Now this tablet has 8,192 levels of pressure sensitivity. And I don't know shit about pressure sensitivity, so I can't even say if that's more or less than what I'm used to. But I did notice the difference as well, and I had to adjust to that as well. It would kind of do this thing where if you, bear it down even slightly harder, it would immediately jump from like 5 pixel brush size to like a 50 pixel brush size. Maybe not that exaggerated, but it was a really big difference. You could kind of see me playing around with that sometimes. So my way of adapting to that was just pick a smaller brush than usual and draw a little harder. Just kind of bear down a little more. Because what I usually do is pick a very large brush, have the size sensitivity settings very, like, sensitive, and I draw very lightly or very hard if I want, you know, very thin lines or very big lines. The point of that is to reduce switching brush sizes as much as possible. You just kind of have one brush size and it all depends on pressure. It's just very convenient. Alright, so something very frustrating that the tablet seems to do, which it did multiple times while I was drawing this and while doing the editing for it. It has this weird, terrible, horrible habit of randomly disconnecting and reconnecting. And every time it does that, it kind of disconnects everything else as well. And if I am recording, it'll disconnect the mic and I have to restart the program because then the mic no longer works. It'll disconnect the headphones and whatever you're listening to is now coming out the speakers for a split second, or just stops. And then a pop-up happens, and then Skype decides it wants to notify you of absolutely nothing. I don't know, it's really weird. That's probably my biggest complaint about the tablet so far. So I've been using the tablet for hours, and I haven't needed to charge the pin yet. I don't know if I ever will. Like, what if they just sent you the cord to fuck with you? That'd be funny. Alrighty then, so here's the finished picture. 100% made with this tablet. I am so very sorry for the long process. I believe the piece took about more than 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours. I did my best to shorten the video by taking out enough while also leaving in enough, and I hope the process was still enjoyable. Okay, so my thoughts. Let's go over some pros and cons and summarize what I mentioned during the process. Pros. Size. It's a really good size. I'd say it's about a medium. It was perfect for my big monitor. I only have tiny tablets aside from my Cintiq, so I would use this like whenever I'm tired of using the Cintiq, or if I need to use my laptop or Surface Pro. Drawing with it. Its performance when drawing is pretty good. It's different and you have to get used to it. Once you adjust to it, you can just use it. I even used it for some of the assets in this video. Customization. Adjusting anything about the tablet or pen was incredibly easy. You just go down to the tray here, click on the icon for the tablet, and opens up a window where you can do whatever you want. The express keys are great and you can adjust those here. It was a little weird because the drop down boxes, I don't think you can use the keyboard, but they were handy and dandy. You could also adjust the buttons on the pen, which is awesome. I love having the undo button on the pen. Lee kind of got me into doing that. And you can also adjust the pen pressure if you would like. You could do it here. Yeah, super easy, super simple. So cons. Alright, that disconnecting thing. That needs to stop. I don't want that to happen ever again. I don't like that. The pen being rechargeable, I have no thoughts on that. I could not give a fuck about the pen being rechargeable. It's given me no problems, really. I've been drawing for hours and nothing has happened. So I'm fine with that, whatever. I ain't gotta find a problem with everything. Though the pen is very floaty, it doesn't draw as smoothly as I'm used to. When you first put down the pen, it always feels a little janky. Sometimes it's easier just to keep the pen down on the tablet. I'm incredibly sensitive to that kind of thing, especially with these devices. However, I was still able to complete a big picture like I did, with not too much problem. One other little thing I forgot to mention. If you don't use the tablet for a while, I think the pen turns off. And so whenever you go back to using it, there's no cursor. You have to click on the tablet first to get a cursor again. I think that's just the pen trying to save power since it is rechargeable. So, pro or con? Dunno, just gonna put that in the gray area. So, would I recommend this tablet? Yes. Even with all the weirdness, there really isn't anything wrong or bad with the tablet. The worst thing is just the disconnecting issue. That's it. If you're an artist or an individual looking for a nice medium-sized tablet and you can't shell out like $300 or $400 for a Wacom tablet because holy shit Wacom, goddamn, then just go with the Huion. Someone's gotta give them some competition. Anyways, that's my review, my demonstration, my opening, my everything. I hope you guys enjoyed it and look forward to another video like this one because I'd love to make another. Have a great day. Do that for me. I need it.